Hello everyone, my name is Danny Neifert. I am a licensed esthetician and I use a holistic process that returns our skin to a self-mending, self-purifying, and age-delaying state. And this also gives clients a long-term solution to get rid of all of that gunk that gets trapped in our skin. And of course, I am the creator of Skin Harmonics. And today I want to ring the bell loud and clear about Devote. This is the facial mist that I sell, and I want to just list out so many wonderful things about this facial mist. Now, it's very simple, so sometimes, it gets a little underestimated, but I wanted to just reinforce the genius and the simplicity of this hydrating water. Now, number one, it's got Bulgarian rose water in this, and this is organic. It's sourced from an excellent farm. And this alone makes an excellent hydrating mist. Now, what I've done is I've amplified what this hydrating hydrosol can do. And first, rose is just so good for our heart as well. It's moisturizing. It's a distilled hydrosol. But what I've added is Ophora water to it. Now, if you don't know about the company Ophora, you need to know they're purifying and making the best water on the planet. Their link is here in this newsletter, so definitely check them out. So the combination of these two things is just everything, just heaven for our skin. Now, beyond that, I wanted to list out all of the things that Devote is not, because these days, we have to almost pay for what's left out of things because of the environmental toxins that are around, and especially in personal care items. So what's not in Devote is, number one, there's no plastic container. Now, plastics are a big environmental toxin. Don't even want to go down that road. I'm sure most of my people that know about Skin Harmonics know about the toxins of plastic, so I don't need to cover that, but Google it if this is the first time you're hearing it. But I don't use plastic with the hydrating. Most of my products aren't in plastic, but especially water, really high quality water will leach. It's so absorbable that it will actually leach synthetics and all of the toxins from plastic. So number one, no plastics. Number two, no synthetic preservatives. There's a small amount of a natural preservative in it, but there's also no astringents and no alcohol and no essential oils. And the other thing that's not in Devote on purpose is these novelty, overhyped, fancy ingredients. Now, there's a long list of trending ingredients at any different time in the skincare industry, and many of them are added at nominal amounts or added in ways that they're never going to be absorbed or they're never even good for our skin in the first place. Now, I know this is a little complex for a lot of you, but it either is one or three of those things. Like, for example, vitamin C. Manufacturers have learned that people will buy anything with vitamin C in it. And the water is not where you want an active vitamin C element. And if I had a client bring in all of her products, as I usually do, she bought the program, and so I go through every product. Sometimes people come here with 2 or 3 bags worth of skincare products, and we go through every ingredient, and there's a keeper pile and a non-keeper pile, but I was pretty floored by how many hydrating mists that she brought in, which spurred this newsletter. And so many of the products that she had bought said that they had vitamin C in it. And these are like ridiculously low dose amounts, and they're trying to get vitamin C in a hydrating water or in a cream where it just makes 0 sense to do so. So this is just to, label glorification and trying to grab those people that don't know a lot about skincare. So that's one example. NAD is a trending ingredient. However, not delivered well in a mist or in a moisturizer. And the key to that is that the serums is the way to actually get key ingredients through liposomal delivery actually absorbed into our skin. Now, another trending idea, and it's been for a while, is probiotics to balance microbiome. Now, this is a huge issue for skin. However, you don't need this in a water, and you actually don't need a probiotic in any of your skincare products. You just need to have the right synergy of everything that Skin Harmonics does. And the right microbiome is just an effortless byproduct of that, but there's no need for probiotics in skincare. And then another ingredient off the top of my head is oxygen. Some skincare companies are putting oxygen, hydrogen in water as a way to kill bacteria. It's a very different effect than the oxygen that's in the Ofera water. Because our skin receives water, the oxygen molecules are absorbed through osmosis rather than the laying of hydrogen or oxygen on the skin, where the skin actually there's a response from our skin where it actually armors against it if it's not in a water. I know that might be a longer explanation how our skin is like, it's such a paradox in the way that it's a permeable barrier where it pushes things out and it pulls things in. And there's an innate genius of why and how our skin does this. And this is why formulating gets so tricky, is because it's both, okay? And we have to let all the good stuff in and all the bad stuff out. But that's just another example about how these, sort of trending ingredients are making their way into every skincare product, regardless of how effective it is. And then I also wanted to give you guys some tricks or some hints, not necessarily a trick, but just some of how to use Devote. So because Devote does not have diabolical preservatives in it, it is important that you keep the large bulk container refrigerated. And just keep the smaller Mr. bottle out on your counter, and it doesn't need to be refrigerated, but it does mean that it can't get hot. Use this smaller Mr. bottle somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks, which is easy to do, and don't let it get hot, which means don't leave it in your car. And just pay attention to that. And so I just wanted to go over Devote with each of you and just remind you what a star this is. And it's so simple, it's somewhat humble, and it's such a powerful, powerful hydrator. So I will see you each next time, and